as far as deleted scenes from this masterpiece go, all except one will be covered when we receive and reveal Mike Chapman's package. However, we will briefly skim over them for you right now. There's an alternate opening which shows Griggs' men bringing supplies ambushed by war choppers by Zeisen and his team. As you know, one of them is taking a leak. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good deleted scene. Nice little alternate opening. Another showing an Afghan wedding scenario. There was also a brutal rape scene that was not included in any working print of this. There's an alternate worst nightmare scene between Rambo and Zeisen. You know, where Rambo tells Zeisen that he's a lost tourist, which is a great little gag. The Afghan wedding scene is shown when Rambo gets to Afghan before man, I can't remember his name now. Is it Yuri? Shows him where the doctor is working, or maybe it's right before the Bughazi sport thing. And the rape scene was actually between the Russians and female Afghan prisoners. Maybe it's the lady who was, you know, at the end when they're escaping, the lady in red who escapes with them. Maybe it was her. Someone posted a nice picture of that the other day online. I'm trying to remember who it was. A picture of that lady and Sly and Richard Crenna on the set shooting that scene. But they talk about it in the DVD commentary. Mr. Peter McDonald talks about it. So, yeah, well, check out that commentary for more. I believe there is an additional Troutman interrogation scene, if I am correct. There's the Dragunov scene where we see a bit of what it could have been like back in Vietnam, with Troutman tutoring Rambo, them working together along as he snipes out Russians from afar. And there's a joke ending with Rambo telling Troutman next time he wants a vacation to try safari. And an alternate ending as well where Rambo stays in Afghanistan. And you can imagine the bad rap Rambo would have got for that one down the line, you know, seeing how history has played out. You know, as the years went by. So I'm so glad I'm going to get to watch the film finally with everything in it. It will be a dream come true. And also in 3D, nonetheless, when the transfer is done. So, oh boy. Something I've been waiting for since youth. Now our next piece is still on the way here, but we'll be looking at it more in depth, I would say, in the coming weeks to come. It's Mike Chapman's Rambo 3D fan edit. Yes, you heard that right, a 3D version of Rambo 3 with all the deleted trimmings. And I can't wait to cover this one, ladies and gentlemen. This one's gonna be epic. And I want to thank Mr. Chapman from the bottom of my heart for sending this over. Not only that, but for customizing this fan edit for me personally. So be on the lookout for that, kiddies. It's going to be a blast. And I am so grateful to Mike for putting this together for us so very quickly, I think in one day, right? And I'm sorry once again that it took me so long to get out all the puzzle pieces to you down in the UK. But from what you've been showing me, man, in the if you go back and watch the Mad Max one we did, this looks beautiful. Thank you. Now, as far as critical reception, maybe it was the, injected humor. Maybe it was Rambo not being as Rambo, or that he lightened up a little too much. The comedy Maybe it was that the USSR, moving out of Afghanistan a day or two before the film dropped, and now the enemies were friends. Who knows the real reason? What we do know is that critics had a field day with this one. They hated it. And, I can't say why. Like, I can't see why either. Like, I love this movie. It's one of my, favorite films of all time. I wish I could have seen this one in the theater, because this must have been an amazing cinematic experience. I do, think this is one of the best action movies of all time. One of the granddaddies of them. And I remember hearing good things from people back in the day about it who saw this in the theater. So I don't know, well, I have an idea why, the aftermath reception was met with such mixed reviews. I missed out on a theatrical, cross-saga experience in 2008, which I kick myself for constantly, fighting myself like Rambo in my head. But, that's a story I'm going to be saving for my Rambo 4 experience in Season 4. So, in closing arguments, contrary to many beliefs, this is a movie I cherish closely. If you haven't realized by now, it's not perfect, but it is dear to my heart. I've seen it countless times, and it never fails. It always sucks me in. I highly recommend it to all of you. It's time well spent. Until next time, I am your host, Matt, aka Kuhn. I want to thank you all for joining us down this long road that is RAMBOMANIA. You at home, you make all the difference, and we would be nothing without you. And I'll be seeing you all next as we adventure through the pre-saga post-trilogy 20-year jump between Rambo 3 and Rambo 4. With a lot of surprises along the way. And once again, most of all, thanks for watching. Happy birthday, Rambo 3. Nothing is over. And a new dawn is on the horizon.